Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I have 5 DIY projects to share with you today, and these are going to be affordable, easy to do, they're not going to take too much to actually do them, and they're a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. I've been wanting to brighten up this part of our bedroom. It's always been a little dark, a little drab, and it just needs some help. So I'm going to take this old mirror, it's a full-length mirror, and I'm going to place this on top of our cubicles. It used to be on top of my old vanity. So I'm going to repurpose that, and I'm also going to use these LED rope lights that I got at Costco for about 15 bucks. They're flexible, they're easy to use, they're easy to install, they're cool to the touch, they can go around corners. These things are awesome. They come with these little hooks for easy installation and screws, so all you have to do is just drill those hooks into the wall or your furniture, whatever it is you're wanting to install the lights onto, and it's as easy as that. You just press those little rope lights right into those hooks, plug it in, and you've just given your old piece of furniture a glamorous new look. For this project, let's go outside and search for some branches, preferably something that's artistic, maybe it's reaching or has an interesting shape to it, whatever kind of catches your eye, go for that, and we're going to take our branches home and spray paint them. To spray paint my branches, I'm using Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch, but I actually ended up running out of this, so I switched to satin, but any sort of white spray paint will do just fine. And as you're painting, do lightweight coats. That way you can avoid drips, which can happen really easily on the little twigs and little branches. And it'll also help give you kind of more of that natural sort of organic look to your branches rather than being completely white. But you can slowly do more coats. You can add more coats and just let them dry in between. And once my branches are dried, I'm going to be using this glitter spray. This is Krylon Glitter Blast. I have it in Silver Flash and Diamond Dust. Right now I'm using Silver Flash, and I'm just going to glitter a couple of the branches, and then the other ones I'll just leave natural just with the white spray paint. I don't want to go too over the top with the glitter, I just want to have a couple of accents sort of sparkling in there. And just a quick tip for organizing your branches in your vase: when you're doing a spray of branches or some kind of arrangement, floral arrangement, and you're using branches, you want them to be reaching rather than leaning. If they're just leaning over, they're not going to have that wow factor. If they're reaching, they're basically mimicking how they actually are and act in nature and how they grow in nature. And it really leads to that organic appeal that you're going to get in your vase inside your house. For this project, we're going to take a plain container candle and this sequin ribbon, a hot glue gun, and a pair of scissors. Don't use your good fabric shears for this. You want to just use your regular scissors that you don't care about, because the sequins can damage them. I start by measuring out my sequin ribbon by wrapping it around the jar, and that tells me how much I'm going to need. And then I'm going to need 2 more pieces to basically stack one above the other on the jar, because I want to cover the entire jar. And the sequins will fit together. They're all going in one direction. If you flip it around, you'll see that it's not going the same way as the others, so you want them all going in one direction. That way they'll look a little more seamless. And then I just apply a little hot glue towards the bottom of my jar and start my first ribbon. And so I just press that in, and you can apply just a dot of glue every couple of inches, or you can do one continuous, a little stream of glue. It's totally up to you. So I'm just doing a little dot of glue every couple inches or so. And then to finish off, I just add a little more glue right next to the seam of the other, or it's going to create a seam anyway. and I just slightly pull that other end of the ribbon just over the first end. So it's completely covered, there's no bit of the jar showing through. And then I start on the next ribbon, and when I do this, I kind of shimmy and sort of scoot the sequins down so they sort of mesh and blend with the ones just below them. And just continue on wrapping your sequins around your jar until you're completely done. You can cover your jar entirely like I'm going to, or you can just do part of it. You can just do like the bottom half or something, whatever you want it to be. And at the very end, if you see that you have like some strings or a little bit of fabric or fuzz hanging out at the back seam there, just trim that off and you are all done. Beaded pillar candles, we're going to be using bugle beads and seed beads, both very inexpensive and available at most craft stores. And then for the adhesive, I'm going to be using E6000. And so this is going to be adhering the beads to our candle, and you've got to work fast with this stuff and in small sections. So I'm just using a piece of wood to smooth over that glue and make sure it's completely covering the candle, make sure there's no bald spots, and then if you want you can roll the candle into the beads that way, or what I like to do is just apply my glue, smooth it out, and then I take pinches of the beads and press it directly into the glue right away. And I feel like I can get more beads packed into it this way and that they hold better because I'm actually pressing it firmly into the glue. But either way, do what works best for you. Let your candle dry for about an hour and then you can use a glitter spray. This part's totally optional. I'm using Krylon Glitter Blast in Silver Flash. I'm just going to give my candle one light coat all the way around with the glitter spray just to help add a little more sparkle to it, and it also fills in any gaps that there might be in between the beads. And these candles are for decoration purposes only, not for actually burning. Now with this project, it is okay to burn the candles because we're only going to be decorating the candle holders. So we're going to do tea lights and votives. I'm taking the same sort of mix of beads, bugle beads, seed beads, and this time I'm going to add in a few Swarovski crystals to really bump up that bling. It's going to be really sparkly. So I'm going to put a few of those in there, mix them up, and then I'm going to take my E6000 and apply that to my containers. So I got this little tea light container from Pier 1 for 50 cents. I also got a votive container, and they're just basic glass containers, and I'm just going to smear the glue on there with my stick and then press my little pinches of beads on there. And again, you gotta work fast because if that glue starts to dry at all, your beads aren't gonna stick for the long term and they'll end up falling off later down the road. So you really want to do a nice thick layer of glue and really press those beads down fast. And then I'm doing the votive also, so it's gonna be a matching set. And here's a look at how the makeover transformation went. Here's the before, and here's the after. No longer is that the dark, drab corner of my room. It's now light and bright. There's soft, cozy textures combined with light reflective finishes. I love that combination for any time of year, but especially during winter time. Just a nice, soft winter color palette is beautiful. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you like some of these projects. If you give any of them a try, definitely let me know. Send me some pics. I would love to see. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.